We welcome you to Guyana and to the National Stadium here in Providence for the beginning of the CWI ODI series between the West Indies and New Zealand. Shea Hope and Mitch Satner's team go head-to-head in a vital series, and much more so. Carrie Pierre.
Very nice there, Carrie. Very nice there, Pierre. Take a touch, sir.
Runs for Young. Could be four of them, is four of them. The first boundary of the contest.
A controlled stroke from Will Young. His first ball off this surface. You can just sense that he is extra watchful. Keep your eyes on his hand. Didn't try to go too quickly through the ball and the line. He was waiting for the ball to come to him, so at least he could be.
There's Vital Laws again. Such a wonderful moment for this young man. New Zealand are a team that have gone to India. Will get to the boundary. Touch too straight. Leg byes given, but runs for New Zealand.
Just not getting sufficient bat. Again, still at this phase of the innings, he will be assessing the pace from the surface. So his hands will be on the slowest.
Nice shot. It has come on nicely enough to hit it on top of the bounce. Very pleasant from Young.
And the timing much better. So it says he's getting accustomed to the pace of the ball off the surface. And Shamar Joseph, with speeds of in excess of 140, will make life easy, very easy for opening batters. Just requiring a firm wrist.
Might have been tight, but good running. Casey Carty, the fielder.
Was he in? Was he in? Direct hit might have been.
It's a pet shot of Henry Nicholls, and he gets a boundary as well. So 2 boundaries as well as 4 leg byes in the over. 14 off it, 29 for none.
In addition to the bowlers, this will be checked, no doubt. Very understanding the conditions, a nice little whip again. It will challenge the boundary. Quick outfield despite all of the rain. In fact, it goes for 4. Nice little shot there from Young.
And it's been a lot of this from the New Zealand batters. They haven't been trying to overhit the ball. There you go again. Just timing it and getting that placement as well. Quick outfield. Ogis tried to catch up with it. He was unable to. Just whipping it through the leg side there.
In there, just short. Maybe Django in backward point position. Yeah, this will challenge the boundary. In fact, it's very well timed and placed by Will Young. A little bit of premeditation. He got down quite early and found it in the exact spot he wanted.
Yeah, some really good mechanics on the sweep shot from Will Young. Yes, it was on that line that was easy to pick for him, but getting low, reaching out, head over it. Very balanced in his execution.
A dive, missed it, and so it will trickle away. It dribbles there now, actually. Nazari Joseph is angered by that effort.
Thought Carty should have done a lot better there, but this is a shot that Will Young has played very well since his introduction to the middle. He tried, Carty, just unable to get a hand to it. He's showing some disappointment.
Oh, they're out court! Vital laws you beauty into the side on debut, and he's picked up his first wicket.
Maiden one-day international wicket to the left-arm wrist spinner from Jamaica. Wasn't the best of deliveries, but it's a moment that has really sort of returned the investment in talent, despite having a track record to get to that decision. Nichols just tugging this one to the leg side, not finding the elevation, the lowering of bounce maybe outdoing him on that occasion, but it brings a special moment to a special talent. Well done, Laws. Nichols departs for 27, it's 80 for 1.
That one loose and dismissed as it should be. Might well be the first 6 of the encounter, and so signaled by umpire Alex Wharf.
Once more, just gripping the ball too tightly on this occasion, pulling the hand down, the non-bowling hand falling away, so not finding that perfect length to the left-handed Chapman. And he's a top-class player, so he'll apply that pressure onto the bowler.
Oh, a chance through the fingers. Can he stop it at the boundary? Yeah, pick up a couple, so maybe an opportunity goes a-begging there, but
couldn't hold on.
How did it miss?
And that's a guy I spoke about. It's 79 kilometers per hour in speed, so it's a little bit slower from Moti. And what he does is pushes the batter to wait a little bit longer. Playing the wrong line, ball just angling in. Young catering for turn, away turn, taken with good reaction.
Oh, this one's high. There's a fielder far away, good effort. Unlucky. Shamar Joseph, a wonderful athlete, saw it early, but he had a lot of ground to cover.
He did. He ran in with all his speed. Again, that is end of the ground where the wind will take it further away from him because he's hitting with the wind to the leg side. And just getting fingertips to this one.
So Gudakesh Moti, after creating a couple of almost chances, gets the wicket he deserves.
And realizing the speed that is most effective. You might just say it has taken him a couple overs to get that optimal speed to mesmerize the opposition batters, and he did do that on this occasion. Appreciate the slowness, the flight, and luring Young into closing his blade too early. He was searching for a single through mid-wicket and mid-on, and found the safe pair of hands of Moti, one short of a 50, 96 for 2.
That's beautifully struck. It was just checked down the ground, timed it well, hummed past the fielder for 4.
And West Indies will be disappointed with this effort from Alzari Joseph because they're much more polished than this with their out cricket. Usually Rayon Griffith, Darren Sammy, they speak about setting a high standard in the outfield with their work along the ground. That should have been stopped.
Didn't connect with the ball before, but manages to get not a bad delivery away to the boundary. 1-1-1 for 2. That's where Mitchell is strong. Pace off delivery, but he picked it well. 1-2-1 for 2. He does serve up a couple of loose deliveries per over. Again, he's just beginning his senior career, but he does offer you opportunities.
Even the experienced wrist spinners will struggle from time to time. So this is a young man on international debut placement.
Superb. Vital Laws. He gives you that wicket-taking delivery every so often. Absolutely brilliant, to the joy of Coach Sammy and the young ones here.
That's what he does or can do once he pitches it. Look at how this ball spun viciously. Pitches just about leg stump, comfortably beats the off stump, and Shayhope does the rest. Magnificent delivery. A special from Laws. Another one for him. Chapman goes for 27, 125 for 3.
Well, before. Didn't mean to squirt it that fine, Latham, but he'll take it.
Not much anyone can do about that. The Q end of the bat. And too fine for deep third. Fortuitous for Latham.
Well, before.
Yeah, just trying the variety again. I just love his demeanor, his disposition, always smiling. A little tickle would have been that googly again. And despite his best efforts, right hand onto left hand onto the cushion. So 4.
Side as well. Freezes arms. Daryl Mitchell. Brutal and beautiful. Over the leg side for 6.
Yeah, picked up magnificently from Mitchell and just bashed it to the leg side. He was short of a good length. Picked that length beautifully well. Got in position very early.
Got to be careful here, Shafane Rutherford. How's that one? Big appeal and given. Reviewed, they'll take the review, New Zealand, but Carrie Pierre, well, he wants to get involved.
TV umpire to director. We have a player review.
Yeah, some excitement. Carrie Pierre doesn't look like he's sure. An opportunity, and the crowd, well, it's got the crowd in it for sure.
Please. Appears to be no bat involved. To confirm, all red, please. Yeah, keep rolling, nice and slow. I can see flat line when ball passes the bat. Satisfied, no bat involved. Ball tracking when ready, please. Original decision out. Pitching outside off. Impact in line. Wicket seating. Dighton, stay with your original out decision. Stand by. You're on screen. Make a signal, please.
Well, some lovely turn from Carrie Pierre, trapping Tom Latham. He goes for 25, and New Zealand 169 for 4. That's another great stop. Some good fielding there from Carrie Pierre, backing up Rutherford.
The outstanding work there from Carrie Pierre. He's very good in the field. To a strong side, but a fully stretched out Carrie Pierre. Just getting it.
Oh dear. You've put the mockers on him. Thanks, Stacey Ann Adams. Well done. Beautiful shot, though, off the bat of Bracewell. His first boundary. 7 off the over, 178 for 4. Rocks back on that one. And really well placed and well timed. Another boundary from Mitchell.
Yeah, very good selection there from Daryl Mitchell. This is why he's been so prolific last year into this year. Just slightly short from Carrier, using the angle on that occasion. You know it's turning away from him and hitting it in that direction also.
That is where he's so strong, Daryl Mitchell. Anything that's pitched up usually gets that type of treatment.
It is a trademark shot, and with very little lateral movement, unless you bowl a cutter somewhere, you can hit straight through the line of the ball, which he is very well known for. So the option here is maybe just to hold your length back a little bit. Another 4.4 overs, another fielder will go outside of that circle as an option.
Swept in front of square. This is really good placement from Mitchell. Manipulation of the field.
What we know about Daryl Mitchell is that he will sweep well. He will sweep orthodox like this. He will reverse sweep. And then we talked about the straight hit down the ground.
This will be 4 again. Backward of square this time and another half century. That's 4 consecutive 50-plus scores for Daryl Mitchell in this format, including 2 centuries. In 2026, he's been exceptional.
First batsman from New Zealand to score.
He goes at his own pace. If you can't get to it by coming down the track, the sweep is a very good option. And he can play in different modes. He'll get himself in, take some time, and then look to accelerate. A wonderful player for New Zealand over his career.
Yeah, 4 byes and then 4 runs to end the over. New Zealand get 8 from it. A little bit errant from Laws. 216 for 4 power play.
That's unfortunate. Having praised Kemo Paul, there was a lack of communication there between himself and his fellow Guyanese Shamar Joseph.
Now we've seen some deflections in the Football World Cup that resulted in goals. This is a deflection that resulted in a 4. Both grounded.
Shamar had it covered. Kemo should have left it. Shamar had it covered.
Reverses, did that carry or was it a crowd catch? The batter is asking Bracewell, now trudges off, so there is another wicket for the southpaw, the wrist spinner, who has made a serious impact in this game with his skill set. The umpire will just want to review this dismissal.
Review for fair catch. It's a fair delivery. Best angle for fair catch, please. Yeah, roll forward, nice and slow. Appears to be fingers under the ball. Can I have anything else? Yeah. Can you zoom up this, please? Please. Yeah. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. Yeah. Yes, please. Yeah. Yeah, I can see clearly fingers are under the ball. So satisfied my decision for big screen.
So confirmation that the catch was taken cleanly, the ball came off the bat, there was no bouncing off the turf. Approach. Gone leg side. And finds the fielder. So the return of Alzarri Joseph gets another wicket for the West Indies. And that short of a length delivery doing wonders.
Well, Akeem Ogis, I think Alzarri Joseph would be saying thank you for that overthrow, because it brought Daryl Mitchell on strike, and right away Alzarri Joseph in response got that wicket. It's a big wicket as well in the context of the game. New Zealand looking to get that charge to the end of their innings, just 4 and a bit remaining. Yeah, massive wicket, Daryl Mitchell. He has to go back for a well-made 65. New Zealand 243 for 6.
That's straight. Was there bat? No bat, says the umpire. He thinks it's adjacent. And Smith will just have a think about things. His skipper is there too to advise. And we'll wait and see if he goes for the review. He doesn't. He turns away, so Alzarri Joseph with a second wicket, and the West Indies, they push New Zealand further back.
Yeah, this is good from West Indies. The set batter is gone, new batters in the middle. It is skidding up, it is keeping low, so keeping the stumps in play in this phase is so important, and Alzarri Joseph has been spot on, he's been on target, looking to keep the stumps in play. It works out to his advantage as Nathan Smith. He has to go back for 5. West Indies.
Think about restricting scoring. And he's castled him. So the plan to bowl straight, to take the arms away, to finish on the stumps, working well for Moti and West Indies. A second wicket now for the left-arm spinner.
Yeah, cramped him for room. Duffy was only aiming for one side of the ground, to the leg side. Gurukesh Moti just smart enough to keep the stumps in play. So a plan that's working very well for the West Indies. Duffy has to go back without scoring as well.
That's a biggie. Got on there nicely, used the pace. And the right elevation from Mitsantna. So first boundary after quite a while.
Yeah, and this is why it's so important to get him back on strike. He's picked the length really well. Latched onto it. Good power, good muscle from Mitchell Santner.
Just clearing his front foot, using a different technique. See ball, hit ball. Goes straight once more and will be caught. John Campbell running around. The miscued shot from Santner. Maybe a little more pace from Alzarri Joseph, and bounce too.
Yeah, tries to go again, Mitchell Santner. This one sat up a little bit more for the direction in which he was aiming for, straight. Basically looking to hit it on the up, but couldn't get the elevation, Mitchell Santner. John Campbell running across, takes a good catch. 21 his contribution, New Zealand 266 for 9.
And he's well him. So the innovation not working for Fisher. Alzarri Joseph staying very straight with his line. And New Zealand now have been bowled out with 1 ball remaining in the innings. What an effort from the West Indies in the last power play. 5 wickets in the last 30 balls for just 26 runs. And New Zealand end their innings on 267 for 10.
Yeah, full from Alzarri Joseph and attacking the poles. Fisher looking to be innovative. Always keeping the stumps in play, Alzari.
After going wicketless in the first 10 overs and that opening partnership of 80, they clawed their way back, the West Indies.
Replacing Ruston Chase, getting that important wicket. Alzari Joseph with 4, Moti with 2, and Lars should be the talk of the tongue indeed with 3 wickets.
The international of the 5-match series.
He can swing the ball back into the left-handers when there is swing available, and if there isn't, lovely touch from the left-hander, just punching it away for 4. 12 without loss. Real intent, that wasn't that short. And I've talked about sometimes the ball keeping low, so that's very brave and well executed from Akeem Ogis.
Yeah, very well played by Akeem Ogis. He too picks up a boundary. Just a little bit of width, perhaps inviting him to play that shot. Talk about keeping it tight to the line of the stump. Yeah,
that is audacious. It really is from John Campbell. This early in the innings takes bravery.
being creative on that occasion, John Campbell. Just picking the length, deciding if he's going to continue with that length. I'll just...
It's a chance. It'll take some catching, but safely done. Well done by Nathan Smith. But again, we talk about the ball coming off the surface sometimes as you don't expect.
Yeah, Jacob Duffy into the wickets. Didn't quite find his line early, but he has found that length, that hard length into the surface. John Campbell just looking to pull that one, hit high up on the bat. And a very good catch from Nathan Smith, his opening bowler partner. So John Campbell has to go back for 11. West Indies 28 for 1.
This time in the gap, Mitchell was a little bit wider. That definitely would have carried. 34 for 1.
Yeah, that's going to be 4. Trademark Casey Carty. Full and wide. Gets the gap, gets the boundary.
And I just want to dwell more on what we've seen from Carty in this number 3 position. It's been transformational. Again, evidence of his high skill. Just caressing this one through cover point. Hitting with the wide angle with an open blade.
Yeah, we'll get a boundary. Got inside the line nicely for that one.
Judging the length early at times. With that short pitch delivery, the ball stays down. So as a batter, you must keep your eyes on the ball because you might be required to change your initial stroke. Not on this occasion. That backlift high, swoop.
Good timing.
And this is why. That might be a delivery pitching on a good length, but because the bounce is low, it allows Casey Carty to hit that. What you say is traditionally the up, on the up of the bounce. But he makes contact.
Wonderful timing all along the ground. Glorious from Ogis. Sometimes raw pace can be a disadvantage.
Length once more. Just allowing O'Geese to drive through the line. Very little lateral movement. Maybe another cross.
Lucky. Might run all the way to the boundary. It's a chase on. Yeah, boundary off the first ball. Stacey Hernandez.
Fortunate indeed. What was good there is that didn't really travel to the slip fielder. Don't think he would have carried to him. Casey Carthy. Yeah, it just died on its way. Michael Bracewell in slip.
He flicked away for a 4 off the last. Well, President Irfanali will be happy to see that. Looking forward to the Global Super League, but in attendance. Mamroop. Potential for a run out here. A dive, may have been saved by the look of Santana's face.
Seemed to have gotten in with a dive. Akeem O'Geese. He wanted the single. Casey Carty didn't. Needed more precise throw to the bowler, but credit to the fielder, he had to try.
Yeah, roll forward nice and slow. Nice and slow. Bat is inside the crease, then bails removed, satisfied. My decision for big screen is
confirmation of not out, but the fielder he dived and then tried to whip the ball back in. Yeah, great effort from him. That's why he didn't get that power. It allowed it to get to Santana quicker.
Yeah, good dive from Auguste as well. Just won the international. Yeah! Oh! Wicket breakthrough, what a catch! Can hardly believe it.
Yeah, Akeem O'Geese, he has to go back. Jaden Lennox with the strike for New Zealand. He desperately wanted to break the partnership. Sitting on that back foot, Akeem, looking to work it to the onside. A healthy edge and a very good take as well from Tom Latham. A good decision from the umpire, so Akeem has to go back for 38. West Indies 92 for 2.
That is just beautiful and classical from the captain. 100 up for the West Indies, and the crowd here at Providence appreciate that.
It's an area that he accesses quite well. Shea Hope intentionally going over the infield, inside out.
Just letting loose here on Jaden Lennox. Shea Hope. How about on the onside now? And how about 6 of them?
Yeah, this guy is such an ocular treat, Shea Hope. When he gets going, perhaps just pulling back the length slightly. He was onto it quickly. Shea Hope has such a good record in this format. And this is a prime example of why.
Speaking of cricket.
Flies past that slip. Aiming for inside out once more. Shea Hope getting enough bat on this stroke.
Look, he's one of the players in this unit, Shea Hope, not only as a premier batter, but as someone who plays the spin.
Too short. Errant from Lennox and dispatch from Shea.
terrific player of spin, not invincible, but it's one of the reasons he controls and tries to control the middle order, as opposed to being on top where he's very, very good. New Zealand have another option up their sleeve if he continues to play with this vein. They could align one.
Yes, boy.
Inside edge found once more. And it races away for 4. Less risks and more runs for the West Indies.
Every so often the ball is bounced and spun. Even as there's a little bit of due formation, not great.
About that last delivery. Swept in the gap. Great placement and a very, very good option executed.
A lot to like about the innings so far from Casey Carty. Since he scored that 100 against England at Cardiff last year, he's gone 13 innings at an average of 22. Not going past 35 to 90.
That's just raced away for 4. Off the inside edge. Brings up the 50 partnership. It was a quicker one from Santner. Again trying to use the angle to get the LBW shout.
Every so often he gets the ball to do something, whether it's bite a little bit or run on. He could think of a close-in fielder to Casey Carty.
That's close, that's close. No, says the umpire, Dighton Butler. He might take the review. No bat on this occasion, so we'll have to wait and see.
TV umpire to director. We have a player review for LBW. Original decision is not out. It's a fair delivery, front on place. Appears to be no bat involved. To confirm, ultra edge, please. Roll through, flat line. When ball passes the bat. Satisfied, no bat involved. Ball tracking when ready, please. Original decision not out. Pitching outside out. Impact in line. Wickets umpire's call. Dighton, stay with your original not out decision. Stand by. You're on screen. Make a signal, please.
Well, just by a whisker.
Yes, indeed. And will get the 2 runs to bring up his 50. His 6th one-day international half-century. The man from St. Martin brings the crowd to their feet here at Providence on this sensational Saturday night.
The first half-century in 12 innings for Casey Carty, so it's a welcome return to form for him. This will do his confidence a world of good. We know of his quality and his class. The highest run scorer for the West Indies post.
And this is a lovely strike. Casey Carty in some form this evening here in Guyana. 4 runs.
Yeah, quite deliberate from Carty. Knows that there's a mid-off in position and needs to get it just over the infield. The bat turns in his hand, so he doesn't middle it as he would have liked, but got enough to clear the infield. And an early boundary in the over. This will...
Oh, that's beautiful. 1 bounce for Casey Carty into the offside again. That's the aggression they were looking for. Boundary.
Yeah, too full from Bracewell. And again, with that mid-off in position, always asking for trouble. Just needs to get some level of elevation and then fully back.
Hear the sound on tape. The sound off the bat. What a wonderful maximum.
They've equaled the Kiwis now in terms of sixes hit in West Indies. Really good hand speed through that from Casey Carty. Good sound and gets the maximum.
And just a roll of the wrist. That's really beautiful. Classical and easy into the onside. Just makes it look so effortless. Shea-Hope.
Yeah, this could be the over where things perhaps swing decisively for the West Indians. 11 runs coming from the over, and then that little mishap. It could deflate you a little bit, AJ and viewers, when something like that happens and it doesn't go your way.
Look, every batter will go through a lean period as we celebrate this half century from Shea-Hope, a 32nd in this format for the West Indian captain. He's had his lean patches, but one would say he's in a purple patch in this format.
Terrific strike from Casey Carty. This has been a magnificent partnership, highlighted by that extremely wonderful shot from Casey Carty. 102 partnership between these two. West Indies 194 for 2. That was an edge. An edge didn't carry to Latham. To make matters worse, it crashes into the boundary for 4. When you're batting that well, you get some luck as well.
Last 30 balls, 40 runs scored by the West Indies. So there is that change in gears. The acceleration, which I'm sure was something spoken about in that last drinks interval. And these two, they've motored on. Just 6.
Tickled fine. Beats the fielder on the boundary as well. Had the New Zealand fielders interested for a moment, but got enough batter onto that to bring up 200 for West Indies.
And Smith shouldn't be too frustrated with this outcome because it was a good delivery finishing on the stump. Just the tickle from Carty beating that deep fine position. With the dew taking effect, the ball sliding on there.
Catch it! Yes!
Just landing short, I believe. Some excitement from Jaden Lennox and Latham, but no reaction from Latham, which suggests that it perhaps landed just in front of him. He said no as soon as he got up. It looks as if the umpires want to have a check of it.
TV umpire to director. We have an umpire review for fair catch. It's a fair delivery. Your best angle for fair catch, please. Can I have a zoomer for this, please? Or any other angle, please? Stand by. Yeah. Keep rolling nice and slow. Yeah. Yeah, it appears to be ball touching the ground. Can I have a previous angle, please? Yeah, please. Yeah, nice and slow. Yeah, roll forward. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, freeze. Can you roll back? Yeah. One frame more. Yeah, I can see the ball is touching the ground. So satisfied. My decision for big screen is
Yeah, confirmation of not out. But
That person.
Very safely held by Nathan Smith. And it's the end of Casey Carty. He might reflect on this and wonder whether there was a need, but it's a good innings and a good return to form for him.
Yeah, trying to take on the fielder in the deep, not middling it. Reverse cup, the preferred method for Nathan Smith. Agonizingly short for Casey Carty. Excellent innings though, 223 for 3.
Too easy for Shea Hope. He continues to show solidity, run scoring, and understanding the importance of his innings to the team.
Wonderful from the West Indies captain. So quick to pick up length. Anything that's short, and then the power to go with it. Real exceptional talent, Shea Hope.
Bowlers and fingers in the last few weeks, not a good friendship. Therefore, vital runs. I think they might want to check this, in fact. Confirmation of the ball hitting the ropes, so 4 welcome runs on the leg side for Shafeen Rutherford. Magnificent, superb from Shea Hope.
Yeah, it's certainly not difficult for Shea Hope to see. First ball of the over, immediate pressure exerted on the Kiwis. And just 7 now needed from 11. This has been more than a captain's knock from Hope again, showing.
Up and over. And over the boundary. Yes, confirmed 6 and confirms the win for the West Indies. Breaking a streak previously of 5 consecutive losses in this format of the game and giving Vital Laws a wonderful feeling on his debut, senior debut for the West Indies. A win here by 7 wickets and 1-0 up in this 5-match series here against New Zealand.
Another victory for West Indies in a chase. Make that 9 out of 10 times now they've successfully chased at home. Yeah, Hope with 87, unbeaten, Carty with 95, and that partnership that really took the game away from New Zealand. Rutherford, the icing on the cake, 21
for 55. Bracewell with a solitary wicket of Casey Carty. Fisher got a good workout, still waiting for his first ODI wicket. But it does mean the West Indies start this 5-match series with a 7-wicket win on the back of Vital Laws and Alzari Joseph.